Oh my god, the table's always a disaster. It do always be that way, unfortunately. And tonight we will be sharpening a knife. Dang. I tend to recommend like 400, 600 grit. It doesn't need a whole lot. You know, you don't have to go really high. Oh. A 220 will be fine. As long as you can deburr it. If it doesn't have a burr and it's sharp, then 220 will be fine. You could go to that higher grit. 1095 will take a high polish edge just fine. It just doesn't need a high polished edge. It's not necessary for use. You want in on the drawing? What drawing? What now? Oh, that would be sick. We're going to be sharpening a knife tonight. It is a Buck 251 in 7CR. You want in on the drawing? No, we're not doing a giveaway tonight. God, the last giveaway I did was a bit ago. We're closing in on 3K though, but I won't be doing a giveaway until 5K. We could do another option though. If things go according to plan and I get this shit finished early. Now that sounds like a good plan right there. Let's sharpen some shit. I was kind of hoping we'd have more people show up before I decided to sharpen that thing, but the dispenser doesn't need to be in the pocket anyway. Get a whole bunch of crap out of the way. This table's a disaster. I swear I'll fix that. Yes, turkey time is coming indeed. Luckily, I don't think that we're going to have any guests for turkey time. I gotta talk to this guy and ask what he did. Thing was dull as shit when I got my hands on it. Yep, 400 grit. It's where I tend to start off when I don't have to start at 140. I need to get this guy a better knife. Or he needs to buy a better knife. Because 400 ain't cutting it. And it only lasted like a month. 2 month and a half. Nope. I'm the one that sharpened it before, so it's the same angle as last time. Dang, usually more people show up when I start sharpening. Oh well. Continuing on, we're moving down to 140 grit because it wasn't cutting it at 400. Chris, what's up? How's it going? I gave up on the butter knives. It took too long to get them anywhere near sharp. had issues with the brick. $1, thank you. Appreciate that, Chris. You know what I can buy with $1? I just thought of like the only thing that I can buy with $1. Love it, by the way. Arizona iced tea. It was making your deposit uneven. Boy, if I had money to say that. I don't think Hot Wheels are that cheap. We have a little more funding for the knife. If everything goes according to plan, we have another $2,000 going towards it. Oh. Hopefully that all goes well. Yes, another 2K towards the knife. No, I just hate moving shit. So moving is always a big pain in the ass. Oh, I'm coming out with a knife design. Yep. It's going to be really expensive. I can tell you all about it if you want to know. I just sent myself some more pictures of the backside of it because nobody in here has ever seen that. I don't have any prototypes or anything made yet. I just have 3D modeling at the moment. Wow, these pictures look like shit. Actually, this one ain't that bad. It is a titanium frame lock. Can you see it from here? Nope. Not really. Yes, yes it would, indeed. Have you never heard of a poop knife? You know, when you take a huge dump and it's too big to flush? JJ is sitting here like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? The thumb stud location? You mean when it's closed? Or open? I don't have any of the milling done or anything, but I'd like to have a cutout right here. Right here. So that, kind of like they do on the... Do you know what a Microtech SOCOM Elite looks like? Okay, I'll show you. The problem is trying to find people that tell me that there's something wrong with it. So it's got this ramp here. That's a cutout for the thumb studs. And if I can find a picture of it closed. No, I don't. I don't give a shit. Let me find a picture of it closed. You hit me. There we go. So you see the ramp leads into the thumb stud. Now that's an optional thing. I'm not sure I'm going to go with that. I might just go with, I didn't think of gloves. I'll be honest. I was thinking of an everyday carry, kind of just everyday, not with gloves. But I could do that. That would actually help a lot because if the Sebenza had that, you could just push into this without stabbing yourself every time. But yes, it is meant to be flicked, not... That knife is meant to be flicked. It's not supposed to be a slow roll type thing. I'll look into it and ask around. I need more input like that. I like that. I'm going to send myself a message bringing that up. They're going to be expensive though, just a heads up. What's the highest sales tax rate in America? I want the base model to hit at under 500. Highest sales tax in the US. %10. That's high. But it'll still be under 500. Gonzo, what's up? I got pictures of the backside of the knife now. I just always forgot to take pictures of them. Did I just get cut again? Oh, yep, I did. Give me just a second, I'll show you the backside pictures of it. And I also want to grab that piece of metal that cut me and we'll look at it under the microscope as well. We'll look at that here in a sec. This is the importance of deburring pieces that have been machined. Yeah, the company that sent me this said that they'll be working on getting a new distributor or a new somebody else to make the screws. Yeah, it was a tiny, tiny cut on my middle finger. You guys won't be able to see it, but real quick, let's get that picture on screen. So I did decide to go with the hexagon for the backside. I removed a whole screw assembly on the back, so now it's just one instead of one over here as well. That one over there wasn't necessary, and if I ever decide that I want to come out with a drop point version of this, I will have more space in the handle. You know, I could probably make the blade slightly longer now that I think about it, because that screw's not there anymore. What do you guys think about that? Maximizing the amount of blade for the handle. That's kind of what they did with the Sebenza steel lock bar insert with, again, as long as they don't sue me for it. A double ceramic detent ball setup, just like the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt. Such as what state? Because it's not an automatic, so a lot of those automatic issues aren't going to apply. I don't think California has an issue with something like that. California has a huge problem with automatics when it comes to legality. I'm not going to claim that it's legal in all 50 states. Ew. Well, yeah. I'm speaking knife laws specifically. Bunch of idiots when it comes to lawmaking. Hey Gonzo, if you actually end up buying one of these sets, can you like send them an email saying that I talk about them on stream all the time? I'm not trying to make money or anything. I just want them to understand that even though the video hasn't gone up, I'm still talking about them. The set should be 70, yep. It's actually just about the only stone I use for finishing at this point. I appreciate that, man. It's a 500 grit. And I'll be honest, I kind of recommend reprofiling with something else, like a diamond plate. But finishing, these things leave some of the nicest edges. And if you go high enough, you don't even need... I need way finer. No, the hell I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You do. I finished our kitchen knives at 1,000 to 1,800. They don't need that bite that an EDC knife needs. Yeah, I don't need any higher than that. The tiny piece of steel that got me. Right there. Microscope time. I don't have the money for something like that. I just dropped everything on two Sabenzas. And not that I plan on selling either one of them, but I could have used that money for something a little smarter. Not that $500 is going to make a huge difference at this point. Palmer, what's up? You mean the Arius that you just bought? So that's what bit me. That thing's sharp. Knowing you, if you bought my design, you'd sell it pretty quick. I don't know what a plexa is. Oh, a pattern. Okay. Not for me. Anyway, I'm gonna throw that thing away. Just send it off with one of the knives that I sell. That's a horrible idea. Cody, what's up? You can barely see that thing on the piece of paper. Fair enough. Sounds like a plan. So we already came up with the name. Well, I already came up with the name Seraph. Do you guys think that I should change anything about the knife? Before. It still needs all the chamfering and everything. And it still needs a pocket clip. And we're not going with a deep carry pocket clip, by the way. We're going probably with something similar to this. I like that second retention point on this thing. If we went with milled titanium, it's probably an extra $12 per knife. What do you mean by a bit of protrusion on a work knife? Do you have any examples? No, you might be okay with it, but I have to pay it's $12 a piece for me. And $12 times 100 is $1,200. Do you mean like this section right here where it ramps up? Yeah, it's not end buyer cost. Oh, not deep carry. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, it's not end buyer cost. End buyer cost ends up being like, I don't know, I'd probably throw 50% on top. At the moment, the bent titanium clips are $4. Aiden, what's up? We got pictures of the back side of it now. Can anybody guess what I'm sitting here flicking right now? Yes, a knife. We're not going wire clip, we're going bent titanium. Yes, the sticker Benza. It's not an axis lock, I'll give you that. favorite knife. Every time that another knife gets close to being my favorite knife, I pull out the Para 3 and remember why it's my favorite. Because it's just better. I could see that working. It's one of the first knives to fit my hand as well as it does. Oh yeah, no, I knew where you were going with that. Oh wow. I knew exactly where you were going with that before you came up with the second comment. I just want to come up with a couple more names. Well, I thought it was because I gave great deals on knives, but I guess it's just because I get your funny jokes. Fair. Yeah. That tends to be a common thing. Yes. I have the mind of like a 15-year-old. What? That's the kind of humor a 15-year-old would laugh at. Don't tell me what. Don't say hold up. You know exactly where I was going with that. Uh-huh. Yeah, because I wouldn't have made that joke when I was 15. What does that word mean? Oh. No, not a whole lot. I don't have anything new other than new pictures of that knife. Yeah, I would agree with that. Most things, not all of them. Oh, I see. So you're spending knife money on a kayak. Don't worry, I'm spending knife money on a on an oil change. So. I think I've told you guys I have $100 every month after paying for all my bills and stuff. Over half of that is going into my oil change next month. Oh, you're just gonna steal it. I see how it is. Well, I don't condone theft. We'll start with that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. You stole AJ's spot as a moderator. He wasn't very happy about that. So from now until I can afford it, every knife sale, the profits go directly towards paying for this thing. Yeah, clean enough. Ooh. Set a reminder or something. Oh, dude, that would be badass. Yep, I'm writing that down. I need to come up with more knife designs, something that fits the name. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about printing, to be honest. Sin. I'll be honest, I was sitting here looking at angel names, and Seraph just fits the design. I think it sounds good, but I'm looking at other names, and Virtue came up next, and I was sitting there like, wait a sec. there's angelic virtues or heavenly virtues, and then I thought the 7 deadly sins. And I'm sitting here thinking 7 versions of one knife, but there's only 10 of each. Ooh. Different designs on each of them. And then like 30 plain. I don't have a problem with that either. I had an Azula for a bit. I sold it. I made money on it too. Definitely not doing a Balisong. Fuck that. Come up with another name. I know where you're going with that. Not gonna happen. And I'm pretty sure I'd get sued for that. However, ooh, dude. I just had one of the best ideas. Fuck, that's gonna be expensive. Worth it. So, like I was saying, a knife called the Sin. I have 30 plain titanium versions made. And then we go through and have 10 of each of the deadly sins done. But I need to know what all of them mean. Namely, sloth. I don't know what that means. Probably something about laziness. For the sloth version, just make it the cheapest possible. So envy is jealousy. I already know what lust is. Gluttony. See, I already have a great idea for driving is my other hobby. A great idea for greed, which would be a silver and gold inlaid version of that knife. And probably either a copper or a gold Damascus blade. Those 10 are going to be insanely expensive, though. Well, you know what time it is? It's time for a new design. I don't like being dirty, so gardening is not my thing. Sticker time. No. Although I should design some stickers. It is design time. We're coming up with a new knife. What do you think of when you think of sin? An object that you think of. Fuck, the knife design that came to mind when I thought of that name was Herman. Fuck. That sucks, dude. That the design that I thought of instantly, it already existed. When I thought of sin, that's what first came to mind. Hmm. White River Knives. The Model 1. Fuck your newsletter. Oh. Dude, that shit's actually pretty decent by the looks of it. How big is it? And give me a size. Ah, 3-inch blade. So they make them in Magna Cut for $170. Randall has a Model 1. Yeah, the other option's S35. Cliff, what's up? Let me check. 0.13 inches thick. I'm doing fine. Trying to think of a new knife design. How long is this thing? About 8.5. One, 2, 3.5. JJ, appreciate it. Dang, I could get 5 Arizona iced teas with that. 4 after tax. But hell yeah. I'm not going to, but it is all going towards that new knife design. And taxes, but mostly that new knife design. Nice. Do you see where I'm going with this? Well, actually, a third of that $5, or 30% of that $5 goes to YouTube themselves. What you actually gave me after their cut is 5 divided by, or 5 minus 30%. You gave me $3.50. Still enough for 3 Arizona iced teas. Yes, like $3, indeed. I don't like how that blade shape looks. But I don't want to copy the Herman. It's too upswept. Jesus. My eraser no longer works. Time to start over. Let's see if I can get a straight cut. Oh, not bad. That was actually a really good cut. I won't get that money until sometime next month anyway, so if I get enough to hit the payout amount. The giant eraser I'm looking at is $8, and I will be buying that one of these days. Don't worry about it. What are we thinking, guys? Does this eraser work better? Oh, well, maybe I didn't have to start over then. When I did a little bit of fence work, that's exactly what I was like. I was like, I built that fence. I built that fence. Oh my god, he's sharpening a pencil. And he's doing it with a Sebenza. Shame. Yeah, that's the exact shit that I used to do was every time that we'd drive by a fence that I helped build, I'd be like, I built that, and I built that. There weren't very many, but it happened. 10 fences in Idaho. Dude, there's like 2 million people that live here. 10 fences. Beautiful. Yep, 2 million people, and they all share 10 10 fences. Okay, guys. Harpoon or no harpoon? The base models of these are probably going to be like $500. Harpoon? No poon? Yes for the harpoon. Let's start a poll. And make it take up the whole screen. We got 4 people saying yes. And 1 no. Oh. 5 yeses, 6 yeses, and 1 no. Most people said yes, so we'll go with yes. I should probably erase the name of it. So then there's the other question. Should it be towards the front, in the middle, or towards the back? And let me go look up some harpooned blade shapes, and we'll compare to those. Actually, the CRKT PSD doesn't look terrible. If that was made in decent materials, so this is towards the center, right here. Yeah, if that thing was made in decent materials instead of the garbage that it is. Shit, should we do a clip point instead of a drop point? High hanging fruit, what's up? That looks good as a clip point. We could do that. And of course, as per usual, fuck the recurve because I hate recurves. All right, we'll see you later, JJ. You have a great night. I don't want something that small. Holy shit, that's expensive. Is it at least made in America? Made in Taiwan. Nah. I've thought about that kind of blade shape, but we'll do a flat assisted clip point. Not assisted blade, but like I need help with getting straight lines. Yeah, that's not straight. There's something I'm not liking about it, but I don't know what it is. I'm not headed to bed for a while, because I'm usually not. Well, the Solstice was designed by Andrew Demko. I didn't see that being an Andrew Demko design, I'll be honest. When I think of his designs, I think of Cold Steel. I don't think I'm doing a harpoon. I can't draw the harpoon in a way that I like. Fuck that. Shit's not even made in America. You expect me to drop $500 on something that thin? No. Narrow, not thin. That was not my first thought by any means. You know what? Let's just do this. No, the orca is already a thing. Oh, that works. Okay, we can do that. That blade looks fucking huge. Okay, it's not that bad. On paper, that thing just looks fucking massive, but just call it the Dick because of Moby Dick and the harpoon and yeah, perfect. Now, what kind of handle design are we thinking? Fuck no. I'm not doing a fixed blade. This thing's gonna have gold inlays in it. You think I want a fixed blade for that? Hell no. Ooh, that thing looks sick. Look at that thing. I don't know how much it sold for because they don't tell you how much it sold for. But it's a custom, so you know it went for at least 2,000. Is gold Damascus an actual thing? It is. No, that one didn't have gold. I was just thinking when it comes to a knife called the Sin, I think for greed, having a gold Damascus blade would be amazing. Really shows off how greedy of a person you'd be. It's gonna take a while before I actually come out with this design. No, I just can't afford it. The other one, the Seraph, I could probably pull that off in the next year. If I'm doing these aren't going to be full customs, but they're going to be high-end mid-techs. That shit's going to be expensive, and it's probably going to be a few years before something like this comes out. So I'm thinking DLC coded everything because we're talking about Sin. And I kind of want it to be a flipper. We do the flipper tab. Have a choil right there. And the flipper tab. Maybe in here. So that you don't see it when it's... I was just thinking having the whole thing black. I'd need to talk around with a couple other people and get a lot more insight on something like that. For a coating? But why not DLC? Oh, that would be cool. But DLC just doesn't get damaged in the first place. And either way, I'm going to be honest, the 30 of these that are base models, I'm not saying that I don't think they should be used, but It's kind of like the whole Herman type thing where I just don't really expect them to be used. Well, sure, but DLC is more durable than that. I don't plan on these things being used, but that's up to the end buyer anyway. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Things like this tend to grow on me over time. It depends on how much time I've put into it. The other one I've put 60 or so hours into. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm going to do 5 prototypes of the first design either. I think I've decided I'm going to do like 2. That's the prototypes are specifically so that we can figure that everything fits and we don't need to change anything design wise. Trying to think of how that's going to sit in there. Wow, none of that stayed. Imagine that. Pen time it is. Oh, yep, nope, that's not going to sit well. Need a thinner paper. You know what? Before we've made any decisions, no, I still need to make sure it'll all fit. Oh. Duh. Oof. How about the freshly sharpened one? It would help if this stuff wasn't bent. Titanium nitride isn't black. I said titanium nitride isn't black. It's gray. Okay, genuine question. Is there a reason that you're not wanting DLC? More of a curiosity than anything else. I'm looking for about as black as it can be. It's like a matte black. That looks fugly. That's not going to work. It might work. The blade needs to be longer if it's going to be that way. I don't know if I have any DLC anymore. Do I? I don't think I do. I sold all my stuff with DLC coding. It's similar to titanium nitride, just black. It's a matte, like matte paint finish. This isn't going to work. The handle's too long. Would it work? Stop pin. Flipper tabbing can happen. Oh, internal flipper tab, or internal stop pin. We could do that. So flipper tab is still an option. Got to what? Yeah, it would have to be inset into the blade like the Koenig Arius has it. And don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's probably going to be on bearings. Dual row bearings. We could do that. Milled DLC coated titanium. And needle bearings is an option. I don't know if they take up. Oh, that's an idea. I like that idea. Yeah, that's why I was saying dual row bearings. so it doesn't have that blade play feel like some knives with bearings do. Could do 3-row. I've never seen that done. Well, look, I have the app downloaded, and my account was made like last year, so sorry, you're not getting your $150 or whatever number you said it was. I need to remove some of this for this to even work. That might work. Nice. I'm sure you do like chocolate nuts. Mm. And he's dropped again. What do you mean, what scales on the para? What para? The silver one. Oh. That one. Metin Boss aluminum. I need to get rid of the aluminum ones. If you want them. They got scratches though. But you could polish them. They're Blem scales. I got them for 30. The frag design wasn't deep enough. Yeah, I paid 30 plus shipping, even though they're in the city that I live in. But they don't do the local pickup thing anymore. Stan. Oi, what's up? Oh, I didn't see that Stan said anything. Yeah, buck knives are a bit of a pain sometimes. And they don't hold an edge for very long either. Ooh, I can understand it being hard to get a full stroke. Can't relate. What knife is it? Sounds like you need to suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, Angel Spins. Did you want those scales? $288. Oh, yep, that sucks. Yep. The Ricasso is in the way. He's talking about this spot right here. This getting in the way. And the handle obviously getting in the way. But yeah, what's happening, most likely, if you ask me, without seeing what he's talking about, this section right here, where we call a smile, he's hitting that spot right there. Instead of hitting down here, it hits up here. It's unfortunate, man. Yep. No, I think if you grind that one back, you'll end up not hitting the stop pin. Which quickfire did you get? Because it looks like there's two. Oh, that's a buck rival. Okay. Would you like a knife that you can practice on? I can go find one and then sell one to you. Ew. I might have a friend with Zell. Yep, hopefully the pawn shop will solve all of your issues. Yeah, I can't tell if Angel wanted these or not. Dang, everybody left. Well. Well, if you can hear what I'm saying, obviously you didn't leave. God damn, I need a new chair. Well, so can I, because I pay for that shit. You know what? I've got a great deal for you. I'll sell you a plain Jane Sabenza for $405. Made the day after. Or no, never mind. That's Inauguration Day. That doesn't surprise me. Looks like you just have to go in. Oh well. You have an SOG on your list? God damn. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. That explains a lot. I get it now. War Smith, what's up? But are you sure that it's American made? Yep. That right there would explain it pretty well. God damn, I need 3 different Torx bit sizes. Refugee. He moved here. So who's the OEM for it? Because I don't think SOG makes anything here in America anymore. A refugee is different from somebody who paid to move here. If you ask me. Yeah, but Crucible hasn't been making steel since, like, for quite a few months now, actually. Or maybe it just isn't made by Crucible. S35 VN. Like, my first Sebenza doesn't say CPM on the box anymore. Heal ye, heal ye. Yeah, but Crucible isn't around anymore. Magnacut isn't by Crucible anymore either. I'll just put it this way. Chris Reeve doesn't use CPM Magnacut anymore. It no longer has the Crucible sticker that's on the box that they used to have because they ran out. And you think SOG is? I'm not saying that they don't have a stockpile. I'm saying that they haven't been making that shit for months. What knife? I'll be honest, I don't remember shit. I've been doing fine. How about yourself? Other than losing a contract. Shit happens. I can probably take a look if you're in the book somewhere. I don't see you in the book. Shit like that happens, unfortunately. Not a whole lot that can be done about it. Oh. How did you remember that? Got a better memory than I do. I don't remember shit. Damn it. That was months ago. No, I'm asking all the questions now. Okay. How do you remember things from that long ago? Nuanced details that nobody else remembers. That's the right question. I mean, this one? I have 2 HKs now, so... Is it... it's somewhere over there. Or maybe it's on the table somewhere. I don't know. Oh. You? Yeah. This one? I'll admit I didn't put you on the list for this because I kind of figured it was going to be gone. You know, when I expect people to buy things pretty quick, I just don't stick them on the list. He was or is? No, I don't send emails through I don't send pictures through emails, sorry. But if you sent me an email about it, then it is definitely the second one that I showed you. It was definitely the first one. Think so, huh? Haha, it was the second one. And yeah, that would be this one. Close, but no cigar, Cody. And maybe it was a month ago. Well, let me check. Like the day that I got it. Yeah, it was a little over a month ago. Did you see my second email by chance? No, I sent Andrew a second email. Actually, he never responded to the first one either, so. I don't know. I think I said like 60 or something. Let me check what it is in the book. Because I have it written down in the book. HK. Oh, Benchmade / HK. 55. Vex. $55. Weird. Must be in spam. Yep, 8CR14. Not 13, but yeah. It's an HK, and the OEM is Benchmade. That means it's got HK branding, and the company who made it was Benchmade. So Benchmade made it for HK. Well, it was made back in 2009, so yeah. 154 cm wasn't super common back then. Would have been a super steel back then. Soup. Yeah, I don't think Angel Spins is actually interested in those aluminum scales, unfortunately. Took them off just for him. They weigh nothing. That's a clean picture, dude. I could see that. Bougie banter. I use a 31. My current carry is the sticker Benza with it's a MagnaCut 31 with the drop point. You could probably have that done. I'm personally pushing myself away from aluminum from now on. Some other people said that my Sebenza looked too plain in the live stream, so I said, okay. I can look around real quick if you're interested. We'll find some knife makers in Arizona. I'm assuming you're looking for folders. Well, it's meant to be plain. Fair enough. Ew, Medford. Yeah, I prefer plain over. I don't like most autos. There are a few that I would be interested in. A lot of it is heavily dependent on handle material. Almost nobody makes an auto in titanium. They almost all choose aluminum. And the problem I have with that is it gets really cold in winter here, and aluminum sucks heat away from it. Yeah, that's why you have a stop pin. I'd even be fine with I don't wear gloves. And then if you're wearing gloves with aluminum, that shit gets slick. Ooh, you got some cool shit over there in Arizona. Expensive as hell, though. No, I don't know anything about swords. Okay. Yep, I have found. How much do you want to spend, Stan? Well, if you want to go for a custom, this shit is fucking badass. Give me a second, I'll show you. This is a mid-tech, not custom. Anyway, if you're still interested in the HK, it's still here. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm just going to show you my favorite. It is the Arma Tool Company F14. In Damasteel. Now you have to custom order these things, and this one was 1200. And I don't know how long it takes for them to be made. My recommendation, it's Arma Tool Company, ARMA Tool Company. My recommendation, if you decide that you want something like that, you can cheap out on certain things. What I recommend cheaping out on, pocket clip material. You don't need Mokutai if you don't want it. You can cheap out on the blade steel, and instead of going with Damasteel, you could go with MagnaCut. Things like that. They make some nice shit though. Yeah, when I go custom, I'm going with I'm gonna spend a shit ton of money. I'm gonna keep looking around for other makers in Arizona. Then don't lose it. That's best advice right there. If you're worried about losing it, don't lose it. Do you wear jeans? Stan, do you wear jeans? Jimmy Lyle. Oh. And no, I don't. No, thank you. There's nothing I'd use it for. They're too big. I don't carry large fixed blades. They cost a lot of money. They're only worth what somebody will pay for them. This one's worth a decent chunk of money. It's pretty cheap, yeah. I can get an aftermarket front scale for this thing for 13 bucks. Of course, it's made in China, but it can still be done. Sure. I'm not the right collector, though. Never heard of that. Never heard of Jimmy Lyle either, so to be fair. Holy shit, it's 2 a.m. already. Damn. Yeah, fixed blades aren't my thing, so if you're wanting me to look up a fixed blade, 23. Oh, I love this knife. Dang, so you're 12 hours around the world. That is a long ways away. Yeah, you know what's wild to me that I find really annoying is when people are in the future and they don't tell us about shit like horrible things that happen before they happen. Yes, I'm in Mountain Time. Like if people in Japan would have told us about don't want to bring that one up. Hmm. Oh no, my phone stopped charging. Shit. It's doing that again. Ew, smartwatches? Gross. Yes, I'm into watches, but ah. Well, my phone's about to die. That's what I'm saying. A smartwatch? The only cool thing about a smartwatch to me is the fact that you can change the dial whenever you want. It's the oh, I'll probably go for another 4 or so minutes before I end the stream. It's the cord. The cord needs replaced. I always thought that those were pretty cool. The Bluetooth Casios that aren't full smartwatches. No, the only reason I'd buy one is because I can change the dial whenever I want. That's the only cool thing about them, if you ask me. I want to take that thing back apart and put the other scales back on. I tend to start at 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and then I end the streams between 3 and 4 a.m. Mostly Citizen watches. I like the whole solar thing. I think you meant maps, but we'll just go with naps. The Eco Drive came out before I was born by like quite a few years. And my watch, the one that I wear daily, is a Citizen Garrison Super Titanium. It weighs just under 3 ounces, and the battery lasts 6 months without a charge. Oh, they came out in 2000? I thought they came out like... Well, I know the first titanium watch was like in the 80s, which is wild to me. Yes, Spyderco. Got the song Peace Field stuck in my head. Not that I have a problem with that. I've got Citizen Garrison, 2 Citizen Garrison Super Titaniums. A Citizen Chronograph of some sort. It's also Super Titanium. So all of my Citizen watches are Eco Drives. And I got rid of my only one that wasn't in titanium because it was slightly too small and I never wore it. Yep, the phone is officially dying. Oh well. Well, Citizen came out with the first solar powered watch. So you know damn well that they're doing that shit right. But not only that, they came out with the first titanium watch as well. So I figured since they started both of those, they obviously know what they're doing. I'm going to go with them. And my dad owned the watch that he always wore throughout my whole childhood was a Citizen Calibre 2100 in steel. It's like $1,000 new back when they first came out. You can find them used for like 500 or 600 now. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get them in the 300s as well. Oh, yeah. It'd probably be smart if I put that other washer in there. No, his was, he's worn his for 20 years. And it never needed a new battery. As long as you keep them in the sun or let them charge every once in a while, they're fine. But mine is set to last 6 months with no sun at all. Would you quit trying to cross thread yourself? Oh, you piece of shit. Thank you. Holy shit, that thing's smooth. It's got blade play too, so. What do you mean, what model? What model for what? Anyway, they came out with 2 new versions of that Calibre 2100. One with a black bracelet and case, and the other one was titanium. The titanium one, instead of weighing 7 ounces, weighs about 4, which for as big of a watch as this thing is, oh, it's a Calibre 2100. Just spell caliber and then take the E from in front of the R to behind the R. But yeah, since I grew up with him owning one of those, it's the same reason that I've given Gerber so many chances, because my dad owned a Gerber hatchet and I used it to do a lot of shit when I was a kid. And I just want to give them chance after chance for them to redeem themselves, and they never do. So I gave up. Here's the thing. If their Chinese stuff isn't good enough, I don't want to spend the extra money to get an American made one if I can't guarantee it's going to be better. It's not worth me dropping that much money to be disappointed again. I actually go with Japanese watches. I don't think I have a single Swiss watch. They're all Japanese except for one Chinese. Anyway, guys, I think I'm probably going to end the stream right about here. Phone's at 10%. E110 is the movement, and K1569 is the serial number for your case. That's not going to pop up with a watch, unfortunately, if I look it up. Oh. Yeah, no, I had one of those. Yeah, I just looked it up. That's the one that I sold because it was stainless instead of titanium. But yeah, I had one of those. It's at the pawn shop right now. And it likely will never sell. Bought it for 20 bucks, sold it for 25. No complaints. Oh, so yours is one from the Japanese market then. I've got one similar to this that's titanium, and it's got a white dial. And I've looked for it everywhere online, and I've only seen 5. Or, no, I think I've only seen like 2. It's a common watch if you get it with the gray dial. The white dial is extremely rare in the US. And I got it for 25 bucks. $400. Damn. My first Eco Drive was 35 in titanium. Because I got it for a good chunk of money off. And then this is my second, or no, this is my third. My second one was 35. This one I traded a knife for. And I need to get a new bracelet for it. I know this one's a strap, but I want a bracelet so that I have 2 different colors with that titanium bracelet that I like. That's cool, Wyman. I know you're lying, but that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. We'll do another stream tomorrow as per usual. But I don't want the phone to die before I end the stream. That was a choice to just get here. I started the stream 3 hours ago. Yep, you guys as well. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is. And we'll see you in the next one.